From riding for a fallen brother to taking your very last ride, these are the 10 most emotional bull riding moments. At number 10, Colton Jesse climbed onto Missouri Golden at the 2019 Mason Lowe Memorial.
That, you know, and to get to the highest level, you better have it.
The bull was named after Mason Lowe, and Jesse stayed on for the full 8 in the championship round.
There it is. Colton Jesse converts.
This one was for Mason, but if you think that tribute was powerful, Chase Outlaw at number 9 made it even more personal.
Upper body to keep his hand in his rope.
He drew Missouri Golden in round 3 of the PBR World Finals. Same bull, same tribute.
He gets a score, and I do not say this lightly. He may have had a little help.
He rode it for 87 points. Mason Lowe was his best friend. That says everything. Now that we're talking about rides that meant everything, Cody Lambert at number 8 had one final moment left.
Way all week for him.
He gets ready to slide forward. Here we go with Cody Lambert.
All right.
Lambert was retiring with a severely damaged right knee, and he drew Mr. 2 Jacks at the 1996 PBR World Finals.
Good. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Get out there, get up. Bullfighters, move him out.
Look at him on their
Okay.
feet here, Donnie.
He rode through pain and made it to the whistle for 81.5 points. The crowd knew what they'd just witnessed, and while Lambert walked away on his own terms, Neil Holmes at number 7 didn't get that choice. Holmes was jerked forward and his head collided with the bulls.
The movement that he makes is always for the kick, and this bull sets him up, and boy, you know, that's...
He fell unconscious and was carried out on a stretcher. That's the reality of this sport. Although Holmes went down hard, Terry Don West at number 6 was already riding hurt before things got worse.
Unridden. This is a bull that you heard me say yuck about a number of times.
He climbed onto Jesse James at the 2001 St. Louis Open with a concussion from earlier that night.
Mr. Right, coming around. Good turn right there. Come on, TV.
Come on, Terry Don.
Well, whip him down. Bang. Whoa, man. Knock him out, boys. Get the gate open.
Then the bull double tapped him and kicked him as he fell. He went down with a scalp laceration. Talk about adding insult to injury. While West was already hurt before his wreck, Josh Tucker at number 5 wasn't expecting what came next in Fresno.
23 years old.
Tucker climbed onto Clifford with confidence. The gate opened, and for exactly 1.14 seconds, everything seemed normal. Then it all went wrong in a matter of seconds. He was thrown forward, and his torso connected directly with the bull's horn. The impact spun him around, but his hand stayed hung up. He couldn't get free.
We watched back on the replay. A monster hit. And the way down, it was worse, but
Clifford jerked him forward again, then sent him flying. Tucker landed hard and was knocked out cold. The medics rushed in immediately. They knew it was serious the moment he didn't move.
and I can tell you that Josh Tucker has done some amazing things in his short PBR career, qualifying.
He was carried out on a stretcher. The arena went silent. I don't remember any of it, Tucker said later. They showed me the footage, and I couldn't believe that was me. It looked brutal. The doctors told him he was lucky, a few inches in another direction, and it could have been worse. Lucky? Tucker said, I guess, but lying in that hospital bed didn't feel lucky. He recovered though, took time off, and eventually he came back. You can't let one wreck define you, he said. If I did that, I'd never ride again. At number 4, Ben Jones learned just how fast things can go wrong.
They've been together a long time in this shoot.
Jones drew Sheep Creek, and it happened faster than anyone could process.
This bull hitting pretty mean, and we all know Ben can be slow getting up. Bam, he's knocked out. He's out, guys. Hey!
He was jerked around, thrown off, and landed hard on his head, knocked out immediately. The bullfighters rushed in and tried to shield him, but they couldn't stop it.
Keep a hold of him, guys.
The bull stepped on his unconscious body, and the crowd let out an audible gasp. Jones was carried out on a stretcher, motionless. They told me what happened, and I couldn't believe it, Jones said. I thought I was fine going in. Next thing I know, I'm in the hospital with no memory of the ride. The concussion lingered, the headache stayed, but he never lost the desire to ride again. People asked if I was scared to get back on, he said. Honestly, yeah, but that's part of it. You feel the fear and do it anyway. Jones took weeks to recover, but he came back. Because that's what riders do. Jones got stepped on, but what happened to Stormy Wing at number 3 left lasting damage.
The one that fits them or not, they've still got to show up and do the job, and Stormy Wing's no different. He's got a tough one to get by.
Wing was riding Sun Country in Kansas City. He was thrown off onto the ground, and then the bull stepped on him hard, right on his head.
Comes pump. Wow.
Wing was wearing a hat, and that made things worse. The force knocked him out cold. The medics rushed in, Wing wasn't moving, and everyone in that arena knew something was seriously wrong.
That Stormy made right there. As you saw that bull come down on him and our ride past.
Later, they'd confirmed the damage, an intracranial hemorrhage and a hyoid fracture. When I woke up, I couldn't talk, Wing said. My throat was messed up and I didn't understand what happened. They told me the bull stepped on my head, and honestly, I'm just glad to be alive. Recovery took months. The doctors told him he was lucky to walk away. Lucky is a weird word for it, Wing said. I spent months relearning how to do basic things, but yeah, I guess I'm lucky compared to how bad it could have been. Wing made it through. He's one of the few who can say they took a direct hoof to the head and lived to tell about it. Now, even though Wing was forced to retire, Paulo Crimmer at number 2 had already been through hell before his wreck. Crimmer had broken his neck earlier that year. He spent 4 months recovering, and when he finally returned, he entered the competition ready to prove he still had it. He drew Roughneck in round 1. The gate opened and Crimmer looked confident, but the ride didn't last long.
Roughneck is unwritten. Oh, and it's going to stay that way, and you got to be kidding me, Justin. Comes back yet again and right on the neck and head.
He was thrown to the ground and Roughneck fell on him. His right collarbone was broken. This wasn't just another injury. This was his second C1 injury, and it ended his bull riding career. I fought so hard to come back, Crimmer said. I did everything the doctors told me. I rehabbed, I trained, I was ready, and then it was over in seconds. The frustration in his voice was clear. The pain wasn't just physical. That's the hardest part, he added. Not the injury, not the pain. It's knowing you'll never get that feeling again. That rush, that's what I miss most. Crimmer had given everything to return, only to have his career end the moment he stepped back in. But he gave it all, and that's what matters. At number 1, JB Mooney's career ended the way no legend should. It was September 6, 2023 at the Lewiston Roundup Division 2 Extreme Bulls event in Idaho. Mooney, at 36 years old, climbed onto Arctic Assassin. He'd done this thousands of times before, but this time was different.
Easy, easy.
The gate opened, and Arctic Assassin bucked hard. Mooney was thrown off, and he landed directly on his neck. The impact was immediate, devastating, career-ending. The crowd held its breath. Everyone watching knew they'd just witnessed something terrible. I had surgery, and they put a rod in and plates and screws in my neck and took a disc out, Mooney said. Unfortunately, the surgery has ended my bull riding career. There it was, one of the greatest bull riders of all time, forced to walk away because his body couldn't take another hit. Mooney had won everything there was to win. He'd faced the toughest bulls, survived the worst wrecks, and built a legacy that'll never be forgotten. But Arctic Assassin was the one that finally stopped him. I gave it everything I had, he said. But sometimes that's just how it goes. You do everything right and it still doesn't matter. That's bull riding. His parents weren't surprised though. They'd seen this coming for years. JB's always been tough, they said, but even the toughest riders have a limit. We're just glad he's okay. That's what matters most. Mooney's career didn't end because he quit. It ended because his body said no. And in bull riding, that's the only thing that can stop a true rider. These moments remind us that bull riding isn't just about glory. It's about sacrifice, pain, and the willingness to risk everything for 8 seconds. Some riders walk away, others get carried out, but every single one of them gave it all they had. Because that's what separates the riders from everyone else. They don't back down, they don't quit, they keep climbing on, knowing full well what could happen. And when it does, they face it head on. That's the heart of a bull rider, and that's why these moments will never be forgotten.